let's get the visor down and let's get going. It's chilly out, to put it mildly. So welcome back to Motocycology, everyone. My name's Jonathan. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. And this is part of my motorcycle vlog series. And it's getting late in the year up here in kind of the Ottawa area. And it's a beautiful, clear day here today. But at the same time, it's cold. So it's about 6 or 7 degrees right now, and that's pretty chilly for being out on a motorcycle. So I've got several layers on here, plus a hoodie, and some gloves, which are kind of like mid-weather gloves, I guess. They are they're like this, so keep your hands insulated a little bit. So try and tighten this thing up again. Should not take long. So yeah, once again, welcome to Motocycology. Thanks for dropping in on this motorcycle vlog. It's quite likely the last one of the year because it's November 9th today, and the temperatures are just getting too cold for long motorcycle rides. So this one's going to be a relatively short ride. However, I hope it's interesting at the same time. So where I'm going today is probably going to be surprising for most of you folks. This is a great turn coming up here. I like it. You go up into it about 50 miles an hour, and it's got a nice lean to it. My tires are cold, so I'm not going to put too much into it. Got to be careful there. There's the police right there, probably wondering what the heck I'm doing out here. We'll see. So although it's a super sunny day today, which is awesome, you can see around the that may work better. Super cold, super nice and sunny day, so I had to get out. Probably the last ride of the year. My son didn't come with me on this ride. Anyway, the purpose of this vlog is I'm going to take you guys, you folks, to a place where you're probably not too familiar with this area. It's called Almonte, Ontario. And can you think of any reason why this would be significant at all? So, the significance of this place is this is the birthplace of the person who invented basketball. So we all know basketball, and the NBA and the Women's National Basketball Association, all the NCAA and college, university, high school, and pickup games. So super obviously popular sport. So I want to take you to where James Naismith was born and show you a plaque in front of the birthplace of James Naismith, and then I'm going to go through Almonte, Ontario, I'm going to hop off my motorcycle and show you a statue, a bronze statue that they have of James Naismith. So I'm just going to walk up to it in my motorcycle gear and show you that as well. So we're on this highway here going close to 60 miles an hour, I guess. And the wind chill is chilly. I'll have to do a conversion to see what 6 degrees Celsius is to Fahrenheit and let you know, but 0 degrees Celsius is the freezing point, so 6 degrees on top of that is, it's chilly. However, not too distant in the future, you can look forward to seeing snow around here, and then we have to settle in for months of winter environment. So I'll take advantage and do one last motorcycle ride. The last significant motorcycle ride I did was the vlog to Kingston, Ontario, where we checked out the SS, which means steamship, Keewatin. So hopefully you guys like that video, and at the time of recording this video, I'm actually editing the other video. So now we have the Ontario Provincial Police here doing a regular highway stop. Hopefully not me. Although I think I could outrun them in this motorcycle, but not a good idea. So I'll just slow down a little bit. I'm doing the regular speed limit here, and yeah, we'll just take it from there. So this is a cute little town. It's been recently made over, and I don't live too far away from it, so less than 10 miles away from the birthplace of James Naismith. So the countryside here is awesome. So much farmland, open spaces, yet close enough to all the amenities of a major downtown area like Ottawa. So thoroughly interesting in living in this place, and yeah, it'll be really really good. So we're already heading into the outskirts of Almonte, and we're on this highway, which I forget the number. I think it's Highway 29, but there'll be a highway number posted here shortly, which I'll let you know. I'm doing all my recording on my Insta Ace Pro here, and I have it mounted on my chin to also give you kind of a different view of the motorcycle and all the operations as well, which can be fairly intense. So now I got to slow down a little bit, or else the cops will have me pulled over. The local coffee shop up here, coffee and donut shop, Tim Hortons, is under renovation, so I don't think that it's going to be open, but I will I'll take you to James Naismith's house first, and then I'll do a turnaround and then take you through the town, and hopefully have an opportunity to stop and just quickly walk up to the statue, the bronze statue, and continue on through the town, and then that'll be it for the vlog. So coming up to a red light here. What's the price of gas around here? 100 or 145.9, so $1.45.9 per liter. So for you folks in the US, a liter is about a quart, so you're looking at, for a gallon, 4 times $1.45 would be what we're paying for gas on the 9th of November. It tends to fluctuate anywhere from 141 to 150 these days, but we did have the major spike about a year and a half ago, just coming out of COVID, where it went from, you know, normal prices, which were about $1.10 maybe, and then it just spiked up and has stayed pretty high ever since that. And I think that's probably the same in other countries as well, like in the US. So we're all paying a little bit more for fuel and things like that. So now I'm on my lookout for the plaque that has the location of where James Naismith was born, and hop off the motorcycle and show you that as we progress up. So this road is not anything too exciting at all. It does have some nice turns on it at various locations, but this little part here is basically straight, which is kind of good. I don't think the property of James Naismith is very far up here, so it is really interesting to, we'll see the house, and this is the place where this person was born, and considering the impact that his life had on the global world of sports, it's pretty interesting. So check out all this farmland, and this is in 2024, so imagine what it would have looked like back when he was born. It would have been, if it could have been any more country than this, I don't know. This thing's really driving me crazy here. And I hope with this video I can do a little bit of editing back and forth between the third person and the chin mount as well. So we got to be coming up to it fairly soon, I hope. Got to look out for a special plaque on the roadside. Give lots of indications that I'm going to stop. James Naismith Way, so I think we're pretty close to it. So yeah, I'll just pull over here. Oh. Turn this off for a sec. And I think I'm just going to be using my chin mount here. So this is the property of James Naismith. Here's the sign here. They say it's the boyhood home of James Naismith, the inventor of basketball, born in a house which formerly stood on this lot. He entered McGill University in 1883, where he was active in athletics. Naismith graduated theology from Presbyterian College, that's interesting, in Montreal, and subsequently enrolled in the International YMCA training school, now Springfield College in Massachusetts. There was a need for competitive team sport that could be played indoors during the winter months. That makes sense. And there, in December 1891, Naismith devised a game played under 13 basic rules with a ball and 2 round baskets. He directed physical education at the University of Kansas for 36 years and died at Lawrence, Kansas. So there you go. There's the boyhood home of James Naismith is right in this area. So I'm going to turn around and go into the city and show you, or not into the city, but into the town, and show you that statue that I was talking about. I'm just going to back up a little bit. Get myself in the right gear here. Alright, here we go. And we're going back. So now we're heading south again, and there's a set of lights up here. I'll do a left turn, and that takes you into the town of Almonte. And that's where Naismith, I guess it would be the hometown. And then we'll wrap the vlog up after that. So yeah, it's really weird to find out places that you end up living that are historic. So I might as well share that on the vlog and help spread the news. Whoa. I think once I get into the town of Almonte, I won't have the same issues here. That's awesome. They don't know that there's cops up there, but whatever. This cooler weather. I think they find it nice and refreshing, but not too cold. And that's kind of how I feel as well. It's nice and refreshing, but not too cold. I'm interested to see how this Ace Pro that I'm using works. So yeah, well, hopefully it'll work okay. And we're going to be turning left up here at these lights and heading into the town of Almonte, or some people may decide to call it Almonte, but I believe the correct word for this is Almonte. And here we are. Yeah, it's that time of year, in the fall, where you've got all the ATVs out there, and it's that time of year. It's out in the woods, hunting season, I think. It's a nice looking Mustang. This is so annoying. So now we're going to go down a hill here, and straight ahead this way is Almonte, and I'm just going to do a loop through the town and then scoot out of here. Man, if you guys have never ridden motorcycles, with the gearing, you just have to take your hand off the throttle, and the engine braking is pretty strong on these things. Oh, this is pretty good. There's an El Caballero or El Camino. Those are pretty cool cars. Could be a day to take the Corvette out a little bit as well. Here we go. So this is Almonte here, and it is going to be a little bit touristy, I guess, because it's a nice Saturday. And I'm just going to find a quick place to quickly park my motorcycle and run over and show you some stuff, if that's possible. Anyway, up here on the left, you can see the James Naismith statue. So no parking there, but I'm going to go around and just find a place to park, I believe. If not, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll do a quick left and around and then scoot out of here. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It is chilly though, I have to say. Now I just want to figure out where I need to go here. Yeah, there's a little road down here. Oh man. Might be a place I can just park on the end here and have a quick walk. It's kind of cool down here. Nice older looking town though. Yeah, I think I got a spot here where I can just put on my four-way flashers for 2 seconds. Turn my motorcycle off and just walk down here. Ooh. All right. Hopefully that'll be okay there. Alright, so this is Almonte, walking down this street here, and hey, there's a nice little Westie or some sort of dog. And just want to check this out here. So it says the inventor of basketball, born 1861 in Ramsey Township, Ontario, died in 1939. Statue commissioned by Dr. James Naismith Foundation, Basketball Foundation. And that's it. Somebody's put a pumpkin in there. That's pretty cool. Nice. So if you ever visit Ottawa and you love basketball, you may want to come out to this town here, which is a pretty cool area. Anyway, back to my motorcycle. Kind of feels weird walking around with my helmet on, but whatever. So I'm going to try and get this thing back a little bit in position. All right, let's get back on the road here. Let's get back on the road. Pop that up a little bit. And we're off, kind of. So, heading back through Almonte here. That is it. Quick trip to Almonte. It's got some interesting waterfalls over here, which is kind of cool, and stuff like that. But that is the town. Actually, I'm gonna go left here, or sorry, right. See if there's any other things I can see around here. Oh no, maybe that was a mistake. And I'll be doing a right turn up here somewhere. Interesting times, got to stay positive and live your life, and that is my goal. So anyway, heading down into Almonte. This is a cool little U-turn almost. And here we are heading into Almonte from another direction, and we're just going to drive straight on this road and head out of here. We're going over the Mississippi River here. Hopefully you guys can see this, but it's an amazing river. It's not the same Mississippi River as the Mississippi River, but for some reason it's called the Mississippi River, and it's a long river. It's a long and significant river around this part of the world. Whoa, that's an interesting bump. So we're coming down through here. Sun in my eyes or my face. There's one thing that I'm thinking about buying from up here for some of the automotive work and collectible stuff is a legitimate anvil. So like an anvil that weighs a few hundred pounds. A legitimate one, and just add that to my tool collection, I guess you could say. what else is going on around here? Had a good Halloween almost 2 weeks ago, a week ago yesterday. That was a lot of fun. Happened to live in an area where we get lots of visitors. People drive their kids to the local drugstore parking lot and they park there, and then all the kids get out and they walk around and trick or treat in our neighborhood and stuff like that. So they're just trying to be efficient, and what that means for us is we have to buy a lot of various types of treats to give out, which means that sometimes we get it right and we have just enough. More often than not, we tend to have more than what we thought we were going to have. So probably like a lot of people, we end up eating Halloween treats for a week or so afterwards. All right, here we go. That was a nice turn. I guess I better be careful about the old police around here, because I definitely don't want to get a ticket at all. I think I've figured out my mount here, which is great. Let's see if I can raise it up slightly. There we go. Yeah, super nice out. I've acclimatized to this weather. I'm not feeling too cold at all. These type of gloves here are really good. They're cold weather gloves, but I even have another set which are even more, they're even warmer for colder weather, but I rarely take this motorcycle out later in the year than this. This is almost my limit. The cold weather, not ideal for motorcycle tires, and they end up, I mean, the type of compound that motorcycle tires are made of, they're made to work better in warmer weather, so they're stickier or grippier. And my rear tire has a couple compounds, I think 3 compounds. So the middle bead of it, that, you know, the main contact of the road, that's made out of harder rubber, and then on the outer portion, it's not quite at the end, it's a little bit softer, and then right at the very edge of the tires, it's even softer rubber. So you know, meant for if you're doing a lot of very steep turns, you want to have that grippy rubber on the outside. I rarely do those, at least not this year anyway. I've rarely done those super aggressive turns. I like leading in as much as I can, but most of my riding this year has been all on street roads as well, so there's not too many opportunities for that. Although I will be coming up here to a nice corner, which is pretty good. I like that. Yeah, it's too bad that my son didn't come out today, but maybe we'll end up going out together again one more time before the end of the riding season. I just wanted to get this done. It's great as far as the sunshine. It also gives me an opportunity to recharge this motorcycle battery with a little bit of a run and stuff like that, and then just enjoy being outside and enjoy the weather. So thinking about basketball, with the NBA team, the closest NBA team to where I live are the Toronto Raptors. And when the Raptors started in the NBA, there was another Canadian team that started, I think, at the same time, and that was the Vancouver Grizzlies. So for whatever reason, there wasn't enough sustainable fan base out on the West Coast in Vancouver to support that team. So eventually that team was sold back to the US. So now there's a Grizzlies team in the NBA that is not from Vancouver, and I forget exactly where they're from off the top of my head, but I'm sure I will post a logo of the NBA Grizzly team. So our Canadian team, I guess, is the Toronto Raptors, but other teams, obviously, which are noteworthy for many reasons. LA Lakers with Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, years ago Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaq, and now you have the great like LeBron James as well. So that's probably one of the most classic, globally recognized sports teams. There's a couple series on Netflix about NBA basketball, and then also about I don't know if I guess it's fictional, but it's kind of embellished, about a guy that went out to buy the Lakers. So it's a mini series on that. I haven't watched all of it, but it looks kind of interesting. And then, of course, more NBA teams that are noteworthy are the Boston Celtics. That's relatively close to here. So, yeah, great professional sports teams. And like I said, the interesting thing for anyone who watches this vlog and didn't know, at least now you've seen where the person who invented the game came from. So it's kind of surprising, and hopefully it connects a few dots for people out there. So this is the corner here that is usually pretty fun. I'm not going to be able to lean into it too much. I'm only going about 50 miles an hour or so, but nevertheless it's a nice corner because it's relatively long, so you get to lean into it for a while. And also to note, I haven't seen any other motorcyclists out here, so it must just be me. And I'm going to be ending this vlog really soon. So I just wanted to thank all the viewers out there for watching this vlog, and if you're interested in that. Anyway, I just do that for simply for entertainment and to show people places that they may not normally see, and I'll fire it up on YouTube and people can check that out. I'm also currently in the middle of putting that radiator on the red Corvette, so that's my goal, to get that done this weekend and get that video out, and then move on to more interesting things that I need to get done on that Corvette. And I think I'll have a video sometime of putting all the fluids back in it. I have to put the automatic transmission fluid in it, the steering fluid, the coolant, and the motor oil. So you name it, I've got to get everything done, and I'm not too sure when I'm going to do that. I'm probably thinking that it's going to be first thing in the spring. So yeah, I got to do that. What's next on the agenda around here? Up here we get a lot of snow, so this is the time where people are putting on their snow tires in preparation for the winter. So what you generally want to avoid is going, oh no, I don't need to put them on now, I don't need to get them on now, and then all of a sudden this early seasonal snowstorm happens. And usually the snow earlier in the year is more, because you get a lot more moisture coming off of the lakes prior to the lakes freezing. So that moisture goes in the air, it cools down and turns into snow. Whereas once it gets right into the winter and the lakes have frozen over, the moisture doesn't get into the air, and you don't get the same saturation of moisture in the air. So you end up getting less snow further into the winter than you do at the beginning of the winter. So all that being said, yeah, tomorrow I'll be putting on snow tires on one of my cars anyway. So with that, I want to thank everyone for watching this, and we'll catch you all right back here at Motocycology next time.